Hi guys, I decided to do the Draw My Life tag. I had a lot of fun doing it, even though my handwriting wasn't that good, and especially my drawing, but I hope you guys still enjoy it. I was born on April 15, 1992 in Houston, Texas. I believe I was born around 6 in the morning-ish, I'm not really sure. But as a baby I had reddish brown hair, which went away when I got older, but I still do have a couple hairs here and there that are still a little reddish brown, which I find it a little weird. My parents got married 2 months before I was born, which means they have been married for 21 years. My dad is a bus driver and he gets to travel across America, which he really loves. My mom is a stay-at-home mom, and my older sister Paulette has always been like a third parent to me, which sometimes isn't good, but I still love her. And that's my sister Roxy, which her and I are super close. I can honestly talk to her about anything. And there's me. Even though I wasn't the baby in the family anymore, I was super excited to meet my little brother Joe. We are 6 years apart and he and I also have a really close relationship. When I was younger, I was in this dance team called Folklorico. It was super fun because I got to dance around and be weird and stuff. But one day in rehearsals before the big dance, my dance partner decided to tell me he liked me, which I didn't really like because at the time I thought boys had cooties. I remember running out of stage and I just didn't know how I was going to perform the day of the big dance, and I was pretty nervous. When I got home later that day, I decided to tell my mom if she could cut my hair really short, and she said she would, and I really thought that would make him stop liking me, but he really didn't, so it was a fail. In choir, we had special performances and a couple of us would learn and choreograph and dance it while singing, but I would always bump into the other kids because I would never really learn the whole dance, and it did a lot of looking around to figure out the next step. So I'd stick to just singing, which I was okay with, and I'm sure the teacher and the other kids were too. When I was younger, I lived in this small town called Magnolia, and that is where I met my best friend Sarah. We used to go up to her tree house and just talk about what had happened to us in school, about boys we had crushes on, about family, about what we wanted to be when we grew up. It was just so fun, and we were BFFs, and I liked it, but I didn't know how long we were going to be BFFs for. Because one day my dad got home from work and he said he needed to talk to us kids, and he basically sat us down and said we were no longer gonna live in Magnolia, and he said we were gonna live in this place called the Rio Grande Valley, which we didn't know where it was, nor did we care because we really didn't want to leave, but we did have to. And here's me trying to draw Texas, which is a bit hard for me. And so we made the move to the Rio Grande Valley, and it was a bit fun just traveling, but it wasn't fun moving away from the place that I really loved. I started 5th grade in the Valley, and it was a different experience because all my classes had to be taught in Spanish, and I wasn't the best at it. So I'd be seated in a different table with 2 other classmates, which was fun because we got to talk and just do anything while we waited for the teacher to come and teach us in English. And they were honestly my 2 first friends since I moved. I skipped middle school because nothing big happened. I just hung out with my friends and had a lot of fun on the bus ride home. In high school, I actually joined a couple clubs. Freshman and sophomore year, I was in student council. My sophomore year, I was actually the scrapbook keeper, which was fun. In my junior year, I was the junior class secretary. It was an awesome club because we organized events like the junior senior prom, and I think it was the best prom. And in my senior year, I was in co-op, which is a business club. I would also go to football games because at the time my then boyfriend played football and I'd go and support him. And I guess you can say that's where my love of football grew. And there's me trying to draw that football. And thanks to co-op, I got my very first job. I worked for the special education department for my school district, which was super fun. I got to leave school early, and I would go straight to work, and it was just fun. I was considered a student worker, so I'd basically just help out the clerks and help them with their projects and anything they really needed help with, which was fun. I couldn't have asked for a better first job. When I was younger, my dad had open heart surgery, so his health wasn't always good. I remember he would always tell me he would pray to God to let him live to see me graduate. So I thought if I didn't attend my graduation, God wouldn't take him. I know it's really silly and probably makes zero sense, but at the time to me it did. So I didn't attend. My parents don't know till this day why I didn't, but they're just proud of me that I did graduate and stuff. But I guess if I could go back, I probably would attend graduation because it is a fun thing to do. I mean, you work so hard to graduate, and that's kind of like a little party, right? Here's me trying to draw Texas again, which I said is really hard for me. Soon after graduation, my sisters and I really wanted to move to Austin. It didn't happen till a couple years later, but yeah, we did we moved here, and it's such a beautiful city to live in. We really like it. About a month after moving here, I started feeling a bit weird. I felt like I couldn't really breathe, so we drove down to the valley, and my mom took me to the hospital a couple hours after we arrived because I was still not feeling good. And the doctor told me I had anxiety, and honestly, when I look back, I know I had anxiety growing up, but I just didn't know what it was. And I'm not taking any medication for it. I'm just trying to deal with it on my own. Soon after the doctor's visit, I just found myself on YouTube a lot. I would sit there and watch videos and really getting inspired to try new looks out and really film again, and that is exactly what I did. And honestly, that is where my love of YouTube started again. And I don't know why it stopped, but I do know I will continue my YouTube journey, which is what I am calling it. But yeah, I just want to say that in a way it helps my anxiety. And for my future, I really don't know what's in my future, but I do hope that I am either in beauty school or graduate from beauty school, and that I have a job, and of course still continue filming videos for you guys and posting them on YouTube, and being the mama of two beautiful cats, Precious and Snowy, that love me as much as I love them. Thank y'all so much for watching. This means a lot to me, and I just love every single one of y'all. And as always, live your life beautiful. And I won't say this is the end, nor this is the beginning. This is just the journey continues. And I hope you guys join me. And thumbs up if you see the cat. Bye!